things which are beyond our control, like climate change. The honey from Kitui is the best. We gave an inclusion grant to Kamaki Cooperative. We gave 13 million.
This is Beyond Facts.
Hello, I'm Marilyn Nguyo. Welcome. We are still having our Minister for Agriculture and Livestock from the Kitui County, and Dr. Mbaya Kimwele. Dr. Mbaya, I'm picking from where my colleague has left something to do with the livestock. So what is your ministry that is doing to improve livestock breeds and to ensure that diseases are prevented, measures which you put in clause to ensure that even the value additions. Yeah.
Thank you, Marilyn, and once again, thank you, you guys, for inviting me to this Beyond Facts platform. One, the County Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, we have a whole department of livestock and agriculture. And this department, there are issues to do on breed improvement, that is through artificial insemination, and this is demand driven. It's not supply demand, it's demand supply. That is, if you're a farmer, a dairy farmer, and you want artificial insemination, you must engage us, because he's a willing farmer, so that the extension officer, the veterinary officer comes, examines your cow and advises you on how to go through the artificial insemination. And that's where we have serious successes in artificial insemination, which we are doing professionally. And in some areas of Kitui rural, we are given some cows having twins. So we have that under this department. The other thing is vaccination. Under the department, we have this head of disease surveillance. And head of the disease surveillance is in charge of monitoring all the diseases. For instance, Kitui, we had been faced by African swine fever, which affects pigs here in Kitui. And we applied what we call quarantine, and we banned trading of pigs in and out of Kitui. Also, we've had these deaths in parts of Mui, in Mingi Central, and parts of Zombe in Kitui East. And after we did, our disease surveillance team went, they found that our cattle were invested by ticks, and we advised the farmers how to handle it. That is one. The other thing is on livestock is on apiculture, bee production. We've organized with our farmers across the county, and we have trained what we call artisans. People can make modern beehives, what we call Langston beehives. And we had trained more than 50 artisans at Ikoda Polytechnic. And these artisans, they had been taken across the county, been drawn from across the county, from Baraka, from all over. And these artisans were trained, and they equipped the required skills, and they were to train other beekeepers on how to make a modern beehives. And after that, we gave an inclusion grant to Kamaki Cooperative. We gave 13 million in what you call inclusion grant. This is the money which is not a loan, and you're not supposed to bring it back. But they wrote a concept, and some of the things they were doing, they were to make those lands from beehives, train farmers, and do some value addition. Through this program, we were able to supply so many beehives, lands from beehives to our farmers, and train so many.
So you have talked about beehive.
Yes.
And we know Kitui is known for production of pure quality honey. And what measures have you put in place to ensure that the farmers are being benefit from the honey they produce, And what about the bucket? How are you making sure that you prevent them from brokers' misuse?
Thank you. And I want to state that Kitui in Kenya is now we are leading in terms of honey production in the whole country. That is the latest studies from the State Department of Livestock. And what we are doing is to make sure that the farmers are not exploited. For instance, we are unholding cooperatives. For instance, Kamaki, which is in Kitui South. We have Mokali in Kitui East. We have Tagishu in Taraka. We have in Kyomo Kedani, we have another cooperatives. And in Kyomo Kedani and Kyomethan, we have constructed a whole small factory for value addition for them and given them equipment to do value addition. In Kamaki, we gave them an inclusion grant. That is around 13 million for the honey. In Mokali, in Kitui East, we've engaged them. We are going to give them some money for them to do value addition. They are there, but they are not yet doing value addition. In Mwingi, you have Mwingi beekeepers.
Yeah.
In Mwingi, we want to strengthen governance because not the issues of governance, meetings are not there and the rest, but we are happy again. In Taraka, we are good to go. Those are the efforts, deliberate efforts we are making. And we're encouraging, let's do aggregation together. Let's do our, because the honey Kitui is the best. You go to Nairobi, the shelves in Nairobi, when you get Kitui honey, everyone runs for Kitui honey.
Yeah.
But we have unscrupulous dealers who brand their honey, which is not honey, and name it Kitui. We're also looking on how we can do corporate on some of these patent some of our name because some people are misusing the name. But what I can tell you is the honey from Kitui is the best within and outside this country, and we have done.
Are there ways to identify which is poor, which is the right one?
Yeah, if you have experts, through KEBS, we have several institutions. Through KEBS, the people look at the standards and the quality of products. We are mandated to make sure that whatever in the shelves is genuine, and whatever people have whatever sticker they give as KEBS is genuinely products and where it originates, it's clean and safe. Because that is their mandate. Yes.
Let's talk of unemployment. We have youth, and every now and then they cry there is no job, and they are looking for their white-collar jobs. How is your docket or ministry ensuring that youth engage in farming?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. The average age of a farmer in Kenya is 60 years. And the majority, and the Kenyan population, that is at 5 years and below, is 5%. Youth 18 to 35 population in Kenya is around 29%. That tells you the majority of Kenyans are young people.
Yeah.
But the majority of farmers are old people. So we have a very little bracket which is in farming and is the whole people. So it means the Kenya is being fed by the whole person. The young people are not there. What we are doing, we are deliberate about this enterprise, and we are calling it a value chain. We want to make agriculture profitable and attractive, what we call sexy agriculture, so as to invite youth to come into it. How are we doing it? We are looking at the value chain from production to management of the crops to harvesting to harvesting to marketing, everything, all those levels. Where can youth fit? Can you as youth, can you fit to do the planting or to do the production? We find that the associating is dirty. If it's dirty, they don't want to swell the hands. What can we do? We mechanize. So can we see how we can mechanize? So we are trying to mechanize use of tractors, use of reaping, to make sure that they are interested into it. We have even handled drone tractors where they can plant. It's interesting. How do you make it attractive and interesting? That's one way. When it comes to harvesting, you find our women and our ladies have long nails and they don't want them to get dirty or to make, they want those nails to be intact. So what can we do? Instead of using the traditional way of using movoi, the sticks, to do threshing, we have innovated. We have threshers. So if it is green gram, instead, once you harvest, instead of going using physically, you put it in the machine and they are threshed. And we have given threshers as county and also under this ministry and within our development partners. For instance, there was a program which the name was funded by the Koika, that is Women Economic Empowerment Program. And we are able to give so many threshers in Kawi, in Athi, in Mutonguni, everywhere, and other areas. And we have the private sector, which if you go to the market, they are threshers. Even for the maize, you just harvest and throw it there. You ask the youth, where can you fit there? Yes, you can fit there. You go to the next stage, which is marketing. Marketing, we have TikTok, we have Facebook, we have all these social platforms. We are telling youth, you can maybe you may not be involved into production, but you can assist the farmer to do marketing. So take a photo, take all this, market through TikTok, market through Facebook, through this marketing. Take photos of these galagos, take photos of this chicken, take photos of this, share it, talk about the prices, connect this farmer with that farmer who is outside. Where can you fit there? There are issues of transport, as you want to transport the food produce from farm to the market. Can you fit there? Therefore, this is how we are approaching it. We don't want to approach it with one thinking that you have to go to the shamba and physically use your djembe. No, we are looking at the whole value chain. Where can you fit? Can we work? And through that, somehow it will bring youth into agriculture. When you start the transport, you will be interested to go to shamba. When you're going to pick, you're able to see, you want to know how they're doing. The next day, you'll find yourself holding riding the tractor. The other day, you'll see I'm doing the planting. And I had a visit which made to South Korea. And I can tell you, those first world countries, they are very serious in farming. But they don't do it themselves. It's the machines. We have the private sector where they have machines. A whole store where people go to hire machines. They have different machines. They have planting machines. They do a lot of rice in South Korea. You find there are machines which do planting. We have drones which do planting. If it comes to spraying, you find that like South Korea, they're using drones to spray. They will not have the person to put the jerrycan behind his back and to go to spray. No, they have machines. They have the drones. They have drones which have been designed to do the spraying. Therefore, the mechanization and innovation is the way to go, and will bring the youth back to agriculture. That is how we are going to approach it. What are we doing as a county? We are having so many forums, so many trainings, so that we bring them. We are showing them all these innovations, these ideas. We are doing exposure visits for them to see these other things which are being done in other areas, so that they come. And I can say somehow youth are getting into agriculture. We have several youths. We have an example of a youth in Koda who is breeding goats.
Yeah.
And breeding serious goats, and he is able to import these goats from South Africa and people able to buy. Here in Kitui, we have several youths who are doing horticulture, use of vegetables, watermelon. We have several of them. And during the youth forum, we had invited several youths who are in agriculture. And during this upcoming Kitui agricultural show, trade and investment expo, we shall have a panel. We shall look for youth who have been successful in farming. We shall invite them for them to speak to youth. We are using the youth to talk about the agriculture that we attract other youth. And we've done this one through our forums. We invited the youths, including Kitui Youth Engagement Forum. and we are going to do it again during a Kero show and all other trainings. We want the youth themselves who have succeeded to talk about it, not me. I want them to talk about it, and we have created those platforms, and we're encouraging youth to come on board.
What about the national involvement, other stakeholders?
Yes, exactly. And what I'm saying is, whatever we are doing in partnership with the stakeholders. We are doing. I've mentioned of COICA, which is a non-government organization. We were supported by COICA, that is Korean International Cooperation Agency. I've talked of other organizations, National World Bank. They also involved. And apart from that, what we have done is Kitui. Through the support of World Bank, we've selected 7 youths which are called agripreneurs. These are young, 18 to 35 years. We selected in every one. They went through what we call incubation. Now we are going to the next phase, which we are waiting for the funding, but we have put them in place. We will connect these youths, agripreneurs with cooperatives, these and farmers. It's tripartite. We want them to connect to the farmer, the cooperative, and the market. And we have resourced private sector. Thereby they will be trained and they will be shown where the markets are, and then these will go back home, and we have picked them from their home areas for them to connect these farmers, link them with the cooperatives, and link them with the markets. Therefore, already we have 7 youth in every ward in Kitui County.
Challenges in your ministry in terms of farming and livestock. What have you been experiencing right now in your ministry?
There are several challenges. Some what we call externalities, which are beyond our control. Others are within our control. Things which are beyond our control, like climate change.
Yeah.
The global warming and the issues of climate. This personally, in terms of its effects, they are coming unexpected, and it's reality. You find that the farmers have to cope with modern ways of farming, and they are finding phenomenon which they have not been familiar with. They are finding them in a different territory. But all in all, we are training them to make sure that they adopt and cope with these changing times. The other bit is, again, the mindset of our farmers still. We really want also to push our farmers to farm, to grow and sell. Most of our farmers, they want only to farm for consumption. We want also to help them. We can farm and sell. As we eat, we sell, so that we increase our income in our pocket. Next 3 years will be, as I've indicated, my commitment now is to serve as the county minister for agriculture and livestock, to make sure that I leave some mark behind the time I shall be exiting. That is really my focus now, to change the lives of people, to make sure that whatever I'm doing is impactful. But we are nearing electioneering period, which is 2020. We have general elections. If there will be no lacuna, that is, if the constitution, there will be clear interpretation by the Supreme Court about the 2 terms. If we will not be running, that the government will not be running again, then we'll be out, we'll be exiting in 2027. But if the constitution is otherwise, then we'll be running, we'll be coming back to seek mandate from the people. But in the next 3 years, my intention is not to leave Kenya. The next 3 years I'll be serving the great people of Kitui, the great people of Kenya, whichever docket. But my passion and my vision is continue serving the people of Kitui, some people of Kenya, and bring life-changing projects, programs, so that we move together as a team. Therefore, for me, I see myself still serving the people of Kitui, still serving the people of Kenya. and in public service.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to private. I want to serve the people, to interact with the people down here, whatever, at all levels. Therefore, we'll still be here.